think I did purple in my last video though. We'll do the cyan color, or a turquoise or whatever it is. Hi guys, so today we're going to do a model horse collection tour. Now I haven't done one of these since before Briarfest, so I've gotten a lot of new ponies since then. Probably too many, but anyway, we should probably get right into it. So to start off, I figured I would give you guys a bit of an overview of what my shelves look like. So yeah, I've gotten a lot of new ponies. So we're going to start at the bottom of my shelves, and here we have all of my Schleich ponies that I don't really want to get rid of because they are way too sentimental to me. I started collecting Schleich, so that was like 10 years ago now, so these guys are very precious to me, and I don't really have any plans to get rid of them just yet. Moving along, I'm just going to shuffle here for a sec. Okay, we've got my false shelf, so on the end there we've got Genora, then we have Savannah and Windy. Here we have my two Peterstone weanlings. They are so cute. So here we have Lily, who is completely out of focus. And then this one doesn't have a name. It's a body, so I will eventually customize it. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it just yet. And then here we have Luca. Moving along, we have a pony shelf. So on the end here we have Elliot. Then we have my two Emma models. So we have Evangeline and Lexi, who was painted by EA Studios. And then right here we have a resin named Deja Vu. He was painted by Sugar Sweet Studios on Instagram. Moving along, we have my Idicus conga. So here we have Magnus, Skywalker, and Lance, who was sculpted and painted by Amon Ridge Studio. Then moving along, I know there's a Geronimo here. Just ignore that. Here we have Nomad, who was painted by Waterfall Studios, and Mahoa. And then this is Almarak, and he's just chilling here because he's literally the only one I have on the mold at the moment. So and he looks nice next to the Idicus, so that's why he's chilling out here. Here we have another pony shelf. So here we've got Nari, Snapdragon, and then my two Welsh pony mares. This is Arista and Ryan. They are out of focus, thank you. Then we have another foal shelf, so here we have Cameron and Drake. Then my two amber foals, this is Isabel and Everil. And then my two Jillian mold foals, whatever you want to call them. This is Spirit and Tornado. These two shelves here are kind of just miscellaneous ponies, so I'm trying to customize these ones. This guy got a repair, and these are all customs that will eventually go to their new homes. On the next shelf we have some Premier Club models. So here we have Tienan on the end, and then we have Ahsoka. And then we have a Copper Fox model, so this is Katara. I think her original name was Lakeside. I can't remember, I'm not very familiar with the Copper Fox models. And then on the next shelf we have my Othello conga. This guy is a resculpt by Jonas Varuma. I apologize if I butchered your name, Jonas. And he is currently being painted by me. I love him and I can't wait to share what he'll look like when he's finished. And then we have some other Othellos, regular boys. This is Alvin. I was gonna say Arno. His name has been changed to Alvin. And this is Vlad, who was painted by EA Studios on Instagram. Moving on to the next shelf, we have my Carrick conga. So here on the end we have Rendor, he is very dusty. Then we have Belrock, Aurelius, and this is Phoenix, who was resculpted and painted by Sugar Sweet Studios, and I love her. She's such a grumpy little thing. Next we have my strapless conga. So on the end we have Freefall, who was painted by Chris Nandel. Then we have Atali, Casanova, and then on this shelf we have Karua, who was painted by Devon Frenzy. Then Cassandra, and I have no idea who painted her. And then we have Nida and Altea. Moving right along, we have my Connemara Pony Conga. So here on the end we have Flash, who is painted by EA Studios on Instagram. This is Wally, who was resculpted by Jonas Varoma and is currently being painted by me. Then we have my glossy and matte Easy to Spots. So here we have Legend and River. And then we have some more. So this is Juno and Tucker, my two matte and glossy Top Guns. And then here we have Achillean and Ecosystem, who was painted by Galfrey Equestrian Customs. And then there's another one. Here we have Kanan, who is the Connoisseur model, I think. I have no idea what year it's from. I think it's like 2008 from memory. And then we have my Giselle Conga, which is slowly growing. There's another one on the way if you couldn't tell. So here we have my two Gigi Valentines. So this is Hera and what's your name? Utara. She's new, so just excuse me. And this is Desiree. Spot for a new pony. This is Starfire, Dea, and Callista. And on the very end of this row, we have my two Desitado models. So this is Excalibur and Paddington. And then we have Adaya just chilling out on the end there. Moving up, we have my Cantering Warmblood Conga. So here we have Axel, Lionheart, Tracer, and Kane. Then we have my Georg Conga. So here we have Azeroth, Dymus, Vendel, and Hugo. And then we have my two Irish Drafts. So this is Oliver and Bumblebee. On the next shelf we have my Gypsy Vanna. So this is Hazel. And then my two Morgan ponies. So this is Thunderbird and Hyoga. Moving right along, we have my Duende Conga. So this on the end is Shade, Angor, Emporio, and Inquisitor, who were both painted by Emerald Ridge Studio. And then we have some more Duende ponies. So here we have Kovu, who was painted by EA Studios. Then we have Yonrock, Sprightly, Tigran, who was painted by Paint Pony Studios. He's very pretty. And then another one, this is Lucan, who's just chilling out on the end. And then we have my two Frisian ponies. So this is Torch and Hizadukes. On the next shelf, we have two jumping ponies. So here we have Hank and what's your name? Summer, that's her name. And then we have my three ethereals. Excuse me, I cannot English apparently. This is Acheron, Jax, and Legacy, who was painted by Waterfall Studios. And then on the very end here, we have some Peterstone ponies. This is Landon, who is completely out of focus, thank you. And then my two Morgan ponies, which I love to death. So this is Citadel and Wakanda. We're getting to the really tall part of the shelves and I'm really short. Anyway, this is my Shenandoah Conga. So we've got Theo in the corner, my matte and glossy Benelli. So we have Saka and Galaxy. And then we have Hunk on the end there. Then we have my Shagya Arabian Conga, and I love this mold. It is really, really pretty. So we have Livewire on the end there, then Suki and Cora, who was painted by Melf 1987. I'm pretty sure that's right. On the next shelf we have my Andalusians. So here we have Prism and Malevolence. Then we have my two Emerson models. So this is... I actually don't have a name for her. She's a custom that I did earlier this year. And then we have Rika, who's not in focus, thank you. And here is Ivana, a little resin. On the next few shelves we have probably some of my favourite models, to be honest. So we have Fireheart, the Premier Club model, the first release for this year that eventually came. His name is Saya. And then here we have an Alborozo custom that I absolutely adore. This is Iolia. And then we have probably one of my favourite Peterstone molds. This is the Peterstone Foundation Quarter Horse. So here we have Texas, Okino, and Voltaris. Next we have my Roxy Conga, which has recently had a bit of an increase since the last time you guys saw it. So here we have Aurora, Crash, Ginger Snap, Dragonfly, my Glossy and Matte Diana, oh, wow, why did I say matte and glossy? Never mind. This is my braided and loose variation of the Diana. So here we have Aramina, Nightfall, then we have Flicker, and Amethyst, who's just chilling on the end there. She was painted by me. Next we have my Bluegrass Bandit Conga. So here on the end we've got Bellatrix, then we have Rayla, Larissa, and Triss. And then we have my Latigos on the very end here. So here we have Elise, who is not in focus, thank you. Then we have Pidge, Daystar, and Pride on the end here. Alright, now we're at the very, very top of my shelves, and I figured I would end with my largest Conga down the end there. So we're gonna start at this end, and we have my two show jumping warm bloods. So this is Mako and Bakari. Then we have my Wyatt Conga. So this is Azari, Euphoria, Diesel, Castus Bella, and Kenway. Also, I completely forgot to mention who painted these guys. So that red roan there is painted by Melf 1987. This bay roan just here, that's not in focus, is painted by True Blue Studios. And this dark beige slash shaded black, I guess, whatever you want to call it, is painted by Fairy Wren Studios. And then we can go on to my Smarty Jones Conga. So here we have Caboose, who is painted by Utterly Schlake. This is Link, who is also painted by Fairy Wren Studios. Then we have Thunder and Catrix. In the middle of my lovely shelves we have my Nakoda Conga. Now there is one missing because it is finally getting painted, yay! So here we have Avaril, Catalyst, who is painted by Sugar Sweet Studios, and Syax. And now we can move on to my biggest Conga in my entire collection, my Dundee Conga. Right, so we're gonna start at the very end here. We've got the original Premier Club model that I finally managed to achieve. He was a holy grail for I don't even know how long. So this is 4. Then we have the Pintalusa variation of the surprise model for Briarfest this year. This is Jumanji. Moving along, we have a custom that's getting a bit of a fix-up. He came to me quite flawed. This is Ronan. Moving along, we have Kai, Ingressus. This is Storm, who is painted by Amron Ridge Studio. Sorry, I'm kind of walking across my bed while I do this. Here we have Kanjigar, who is painted by Dan Van's Customs, or Danielle Vanderpool. Then we have Carter, who I have renamed as Christoph. I only recently just got him and I love him. Then we have another surprise model for Briarfest this year. This is Alaska. Then we have Spitfire, who was painted and resculpted by me. And then on the very end here we've got Blue, who is painted by Fairy Wren Studios. And then lastly we have Charlemagne, or Charlie for short, who is painted by EA Studios. And that is all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions about any of the models, please don't hesitate to ask me. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, and of course subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!